Hi, this is Coach Hikel. I'm back and I'm bringing you a short podcast today over photosynthesis. We're going to talk about the process of photosynthesis, where the light-dependent reactions and the light-independent or Calvin cycle reactions occur at. So let's start off with the definition of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is using the energy of the sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide into sugar, which is glucose, and oxygen. So this is a reversible process. It's going to be important to remember the reaction, because when we get to cellular respiration, it's the exact same reaction. It's just going to work in the reverse direction. So photosynthesis occurs in these following organisms. All plants use photosynthesis, all types of algae, and there's some photosynthetic bacteria. They're very rare, but there are some. So if it's green and it grows in the ground, chances are it uses photosynthesis. Where is it located in the cell? Well, let's talk about the intricacies of the chloroplast first. Okay, inside the chloroplast, you have these stachyloid discs. Okay, well, these stachyloid discs, there's a pigment inside of them called chlorophyll. That's why plants appear to be green. Okay, because this chlorophyll is going to absorb all different colors of light except for green, and you're going to see the reflection of green, which is going to appear to be green to you. When you stack these thylakoid discs together, they form what you call grana. Okay, thylakoid, thylakoid. Different people say it different ways, so I'll switch back and forth just depending on what's easier for me at that time. So these discs are stacked together to form grana, and you'll see on the next picture what I'm talking about. So when you're looking at this, when you're looking at these individual little bitty slices, okay, those are going to be your thylakoid disc, the individual little bitty pieces of the hamburger. Okay, so like the bun, the cheese, the meat, the lettuce, and pickles. Those are going to be your thylakoid disc. When those are all stacked together, they're going to form what's called a grana. And just like the cell has cytoplasm, the chloroplast has a specific fluid to it called stroma. So the fluid of just the chloroplast is the stroma. So light-dependent reactions. These reactions depend upon light. They can only happen if they're receiving that energy from the photon or the wavelengths of light. So the first step is the chlorophyll is going to absorb solar energy, which is going to excite an electron, which is going to cause it to break free. Once this electron breaks free, then it's going to go on to the next step of the reaction. Okay. And also, when the solar energy is going to be absorbed, it's going to cause the bonds in water to break, which is going to release oxygen into the atmosphere, which humans need to breathe to live, to go through cellular respiration. So that's the light dependent. They depend upon light, so they're going to occur in the thylakoid disc and in the grana, because that's where the chlorophyll is located at. So then here's a little animation of what happens. The light energy is going to react with the chlorophyll. It's going to do it right here on the thylakoid disc. The water is going to split from the energy. The hydrogen is going to be stored for the dark reaction, and the oxygen is going to be released into the atmosphere for humans to breathe in. So the oxygen is being released, and it's going to be floating around, and you and I are going to breathe it in. So the light-independent reactions, or the dark reactions, you might also hear them called carbon dioxide fixation or the Calvin cycle. So these occur with or without light. So it can happen at day, it can also happen at night. So the carbon dioxide and hydrogen from the split water are then going to be used to produce carbohydrates. So this is where the sugar making actually occurs. This happens independent of light. You don't have to have light for this to happen. Once that hydrogen molecule gets split from the water, this part of the process can take place. So what's going to happen is the hydrogen from the split water molecule is going to enter the chloroplast, okay, along with the CO2. They're going to go through this big, long chain of carbon dioxide fixation. They're going to get together, and they're going to make this molecule right here, which is glucose. So C6H12O6 is going to be your sugar of photosynthesis, or the sugar that plants make. And it's also the sugar that humans have to ingest for cellular respiration. So the reaction. You got 6 moles of carbon dioxide plus 6 moles of water react by using chlorophyll, enzymes, and ATP, which, remember, ATP is the energy exchange of cells. And those are going to get together, and they're going to make C6H12O6, which is glucose, and 6 moles of oxygen, which humans breathe in. So these are the byproducts of So these are the products of photosynthesis, and these are going to be your reactants. So the reactants are whatever you put in. The products are what you get out. Now, oxygen is actually a waste product of photosynthesis, but it's a good waste product because humans need this waste product for us to be able to breathe, of course. So why is photosynthesis important? Well, first of all, it feeds the plants. It also feeds the algae and the bacteria that use it. It releases oxygen into the atmosphere, which is used for cellular respiration. And it takes in carbon dioxide from the air, which helps bring down the levels of the greenhouse gas effects. And it also helps just clean the air of pollution. So there's 3 factors that affect photosynthesis. The first one is the amount of water. Grass doesn't grow very well in the summer because there's not a whole lot of water. Okay. Temperature, too hot, the grass turns brown because the water gets too hot. Too cold, the water freezes so the plants can't grow. And the intensity of light. Typically, plants that face the south in Texas are going to grow better than plants that face the north just because their orientation to the sun and how much sunlight they get per day. So, basic review. So, we're going to talk about what goes in. So, your reactants are going to go in right here, and that's going to be your carbon dioxide and your water. Okay, what comes out, those are the products. That's going to be glucose and oxygen. So, the light reactions, or this part of the reaction, okay, uses chlorophyll. So light reactions, again, those are going to occur in the thylakoid disc or the grana, okay? And the dark reaction, or this part of the reaction, is going to be called the Calvin cycle, and it's going to occur within the stroma of the chloroplast. So the whole process occurs in the chloroplast, but the light reactions occur in the thylakoid disc, while as the dark reactions occur in the stroma. Thank you. I hope that helped clear up a little bit about photosynthesis. This has been Coach Hikel. As always, have a great day. Bye.